Hey there and happy Monday. So it's another stifling one out there today. I went out and got a walk in earlier today, and even then I felt like I was kind of pushing it to get back before my breeze died and the humidity got worse and the temperature went up, but it felt good to get that in, and I'm glad I did when I did, because it just got continually worse. So stamping in my craft room is a great way to spend the rest of my day, I decided, and I have some inspiration for you guys here. So today's card, I kind of debated about even doing it. I love the layout. I love it when you guys see a simple card, simple layout, and go, oh yes, this is what I need, is this type of idea. And so I'm bringing you this, even though a couple of the colors and things are retired, but yet hopefully you can see past that. And I'm going to give you some great alternatives, because that's what I'm here. I'm here to be your creative coach whenever possible. It's probably the only thing I can do, because yeah, coaching I don't think I would be good at. My boys over the weekend, they played in well, I know the forecast was supposed to be 100 degrees when their football game started, and I don't know, I never looked to see if it actually was that or not. I don't think I wanted to look, but it was like an oven. They played football in that temperature. My husband was the water boy, and he had Gatorade and all sorts of stuff going for them to keep them hydrated. And nobody had any kind of heat related things happen, which was good. I was glad for that. Everybody stayed safe and my boys came out champions, so it was good. And I actually was able to watch the game in the shade, which I wasn't planning on that. So that was a fun surprise. Always fun. Hi there, Julie. Thanks for joining in. All right. So I did some similar cards like this at events a couple months ago. Like I said, I just am working my way through cards that need to be shown to you guys through video or posted, even just the still shot on here. And I think this is the only one that uses things that aren't current. So I'm pretty excited that this might now going forward will be all things that you can get and such. But like I said, if as I go through this video, if you see things and go, oh, I wish I had this or that, it's a reminder to always ask me, like if you're looking for a certain retired package of cardstock or even a few sheets or something like that, let me know, because sometimes I might have hidden gems in my stash here. But also the reason why I wanted to let you know too is like this little piece of a pretty paper, this piece of pretty paper, this is not retired. So this is the Florals in Bloom 12 by 12 designer series paper, and I have used all sorts of this, but I kind of revisited it later or lately I should say, and that's part of what brought about this card that I'm making today, is because I love the simple layout. Like if you need some quick and easy cards, this is great for this. And then also something that has gained popularity lately, I don't know why, people are loving these Everyday Arches dies. And so I thought, well, this is a perfect time also to show today's card, because there is a lot in here that is available. So yeah, let me just get started with you. It is a very, very quick and easy card, which is wonderful. Oh, and before I forget, the reason I wanted to kind of show the back of this. So I just recently, I thought I knew a lot about Stampin' Up! Products, but this was something that was pointed out to me recently. So I always point you to the back of the designer series paper packaging whenever you're wondering, like, okay, what colors are these exactly? So then you can go here. Well, somebody pointed out recently that if you go online to the Stampin' Up! Website, or my website, however you shop, and type in Florals in Bloom, this will pull up. But sometimes there are more colors listed online than what is on the packaging. I don't know if you guys knew that. I never knew that till that was recently pointed out to me. So that was pretty amazing. Okay, so this color is Retired Petunia Pop. And also something to keep in mind, sometimes on Last Chance, they will have some of our retired colors there at a discounted price. So if you're like, gosh, I really like this or that color, sometimes it's not because of the video I'm doing today, but a video that you might run across and think, oh, I wish I would have seen this, 4 months ago when this color was still there. Always check the Last Chance list, or even if I mentioned like Petunia Pop today, go there and go, oh, maybe there's cardstock still available and such. So that's a reminder to do that as well. So today's card, hello there, Renee. Good to see you on here as well. So today's card's opening this way for you guys. And my next layer, which I've done the embossing ahead of time, is using the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder, cut 4 by 5 1/4. And this color is the Summer Splash. So Summer Splash and the Shy Shamrock, kind of similar green colors, and I think they're both used in this designer series paper, but there again we've got lots of greens. Pool Party, Coastal Cabana, things like that would match up with that, or maybe just go with some of this shaded Spruce Garden Green. So the back of that packaging has a ton of colors, and that makes it really nice, and it also has a lot of variety of the sheets of the pretty paper as well. And like I said, that Florals in Bloom 12 by 12 is still available. So if you're looking for something that has some brighter florals, if that's kind of been on your wish list, needs list to fulfill some crafting projects that you have, it's good. It's a good time to look at that. Okay, so I've got that on there. And then next, I just cut this little section here. Let me double check the measurements. Yes, 2.5 by 4 inches here. And then that is ready to go on my card base. And actually the back too is really pretty. It's that newer cloud cover. I shouldn't say new, it's been out for a year, but part of our in color collection from last year's. Okay, so now this is just going to go right over top of that. So it kind of just pulls in some of those colors together. Now the pretty ribbon I'm using is, I like it. Like, I just love this ribbon, and it's Petunia Pop, and it's got an iridescent shine. So this is my disclaimer. This is retired, and I loved it. It came out with the Halloween stuff last year, but part of the new online releases has the Fresh Freesia, which would coordinate actually maybe even more beautifully with this. The Fresh Freesia, and this is called Satin Ribbon, and this is part of that Violet Dreams that I've been working with a lot for you guys, and I have more to show on that, and so that works great as well. But I kind of love the shimmer shine of this, so I'm just gonna put this on. A lot of times I put my ribbon on after everything else, but I just wanted to have a space kind of reserved for this so that I would not put my next layer on top of this or too close to my ribbon. So putting this will allow me to visually see where to put my sentiment layer. All right, so I'm just going to give that a little snip so you can see things are coming together there. But yeah, just adding that little ribbon adds a lot there. And then for stamping, so this is going to be a current stamp set. The Scalloped Blooms there. All of a sudden, it's like, where'd that go in my mind? Scalloped Blooms. So Petunia Pop ink pad. That was the most recently retired ink pads. And then, or 5, of the ink colors. And there too, sometimes we still continue until they're sold out and gone, some of those retired ink colors. So I'm just going to ink up the Happy Birthday on the Everyday Arches here. I'm gonna put that. There we go. I was like, I hope it releases. So it's a nice big sentiment for this. Like, we want something that's going to take up a little bit more room, not a huge amount, but I love not only the font, but the sizing of it. Sometimes we just want something that's a little bit bigger. And the Everyday Arches, a lot of times I use them this way, and we've got a design going. So it's kind of the reminder of, don't forget to flip your dies if you use them one way. I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way, but sometimes we just need to use them differently. And then I'm just grabbing some little flowers here. I think these came from Gallery Blooms, and I'm just going to take my Summer Splash ink here and just kind of line that up so it looks like some greenery underneath there. Just kind of makes it look a little full, and also coordinates some of that color from the designer series paper, bringing the 2 color combinations from our base and our next layer together too. So now this is ready to go on top of the next layer from those everyday arches. Just gonna do this, and this is so nice because of those dots around there. It's just so easy to line that up. I say that and I'm like, is it crooked? Nope. Looks good. Okay, so now this is ready to go on, and I'm just going to put this on with some dimensionals here. So let me get a couple dimensionals there, and then just gonna add a couple more going up here like so, and then those are ready to go on there. And I'm just gonna kind of scoot that like so. And I just love how just putting that on there makes all of those darker colors from the flowers just pop like so. And then for my little embellishment, these are also retired, but I tell you what, when it comes to embellishments, it's hard to go wrong because there's always something that's going to coordinate, because there's so many greens, so many pinks. And if all else fails, I always say go back to our regular rhinestone jewels, because that will always coordinate with everything, because of it being that just plain shiny shininess there. So I'm just going to put one of these Summer Splash, one of the larger ones, and then a couple of the smaller ones here in this white space like so. Just fill that in. Got that going. And then for the inside, Sending Love. So Sending Love is actually from that super popular Prayers and Promises stamp set. And so don't forget that one, because sometimes, like, this is a birthday card, Sending Love. It doesn't have to be always sympathy. So kind of remember to look through your stamp sets every once in a while. And there too, I'm just adding some greenery from Gallery Blooms, because some of these images from the floral images from Gallery Bloom, even though this doesn't go with this paper exactly, a lot of these images look really well together. So I'm always looking for that too. And I love how that kind of just helps fill in the inside of the card. Some of you like to just like add a signature but not have it look too plain. So if you can put sometimes a stamped image with your sentiment, that'll help for those of you that don't like to write a lot, or sometimes in certain situations don't know what to say either. So that'll help with that. But here we have that. Like I said, these this color combination might not be available. You might not have it, but there are so many other color combinations that are still available. The like daffodil, or not daffodil, darling duckling, timid tiger, things like that too would work really well and bring out some other bright colors for summer. And that's what I was looking at when I was designing for you guys today, was a quick and easy layout, something bright and fresh for summer. And the Florals in Bloom is still available. This is really pretty designer series paper. Yes, thank you, Julie. So yeah, that was my goal. Sometimes I've said to you that Mondays are my favorite day, because usually I get a Sunday afternoon nap. And Julie, you're on here, so this is good to tell you. So I did actually twist my husband's arm to take me to the movie last night. We like to enjoy movies if there's something that we want to see. And there wasn't really anything on our radar, but we went to the Odyssey, and I didn't know, when I say twist his arm, usually he's always game for a movie, but it's almost 3 hours long, and sometimes he's not game for that. So we went to the Odyssey last night. We really enjoyed it. So yeah, and I remember reading that book in high school, so that was a few years ago, and I was surprised at how much I remembered from the storyline and such as the movie went on. So that was good. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know how I digressed into that, but just because yeah, I still got my Sunday nap in, and usually Mondays are my favorite day, because I've had a nap and had a relaxing Sunday, restful day. And so I still wanted to start my week off early, and this is one of those cards that are really easy. So take care, and I will see you back again tomorrow with some more inspiration. Bye-bye.